Legion Tactical Cutlery.
Hold the line!
Hey everyone, how you guys doing? Grugs here at Legion Tactical Cutlery. Welcome back once again, troops, legionnaires, new recruits. As always, really appreciate you all taking your time to check out my channel and my videos. All right, today we've got something really nice. This is the Sitivien ST33 fighter in VG10 steel. We're going to be putting it to the test. What's everybody carrying today? Well, I got this the other day, new collaboration from a company called CCFFCC. This is the model FF102 clip point in K110 steel. Been carrying this as a pocket fixie, a very nice little hunter. Go check out the Legion premiere. What is everybody carrying? Veterans, active military, as always, just want to say thank you very much for your service. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let's go over quick specs once again. This is the Sitivien ST33 fighter. Overall length 12.68 inch, blade length 6.97 inch. Blade material VG10, blade hardness 60 to 62 HRC, blade thickness 6 millimeters, blade width 1.77 inch, handle length 5.71 inch, handle width 1.45 inch, handle thickness 0.98 inch, handle material, they're saying it's carbon fiber, weight 15.8 ounce. Sheath weight is 4.27 ounce, total weight 19.89 ounce. And it features full Tang, lanyard hole, Kydex sheath, and a plastic belt loop. All right, let's take a quick look at this excellent looking blade. It's a pretty big blade. And if you need to know more details, more close-ups, go check out the Legion premiere of this blade. But check that out, man. That is some nice blade. I guess technically it's a high saber grind. It's got that swedge for some serious penetration. It's got a little bit of jimping right here. A generous sharpening choil that will act as a finger choil. I do plan on using that choil. Supposedly carbon fiber handles. And I know the shape looks weird, but man, oh man, does it feel comfortable in my hand. Removable scales. Hopefully I don't have to tighten them up, but we'll see. It's part of the testing here. Lanyard hole, okay, full Tang goodness. Very nice blade. Fit and finish is excellent overall. Let's take a look at this sheath. The sheath is a taco style with a thumb ramp. It's got this, what looks like a carbon fiber attachment on here that basically holds this 360-degree plastic belt loop. But it is Kydex. I'm still hurt over here, so just to let everybody know, it fits in there real nice. This one has no rattle, no up and down play, no side to side play. It does have the thumb ramp to push off. We're good to go. I've got a nice size log right here that I did find. We're going to be chopping it up a little bit and do some processing to test this knife out. So let's get to it. Okay, troops, we're going to be testing on this log right here now. I forgot to hit the record button, and I did a whole segment of chopping this log, only to realize that I wasn't recording. So it's okay, I'll save this. I'm gonna chop through this again. I'm just not feeling myself today. Took some Mucinex, my head's all cloudy, but here's the log. And I was very fortunate because I found quite a few logs about this size, and was able to grab them. Should last me a couple of months. Nothing too big. Hopefully it won't take too long, but let's test it out. As you can see, I already chopped, so there's a little discoloration right there in the blade where I was chopping. So let's just do it again. Okay. Oh, by the way, the handles did come loose. I just tightened them when I was chopping before. So just to let everybody know. Again, I'm going to use every part of the blade that I can. This is definitely a very hard piece of wood. Okay, just went through that little knot right there. Very hard piece of wood. Good challenge. I'm still trying to get through that knot right there. Let's do it. Now look, man, I mean, this is a hard piece. I mean, just want you guys to see. It's hitting the stump and it's, you know, going through. All right, so it's not that it's not sharp. This is a hard piece of wood right here. Okay, we are getting through this. All right. That's my daughter-in-law. She's leaving for work. Sorry about the noise if you hear any noise. Yeah, definitely a good challenging piece. Let's take a look right here. Yeah, that's straight. That edge feels good. Give me an opportunity to take a break too. So, wow, the blade's just bouncing right off this log. The handle feels really good. I know it's a weird looking shape, but it feels really, really good. But you definitely do need, lanyard, just as a little safety precaution. Nice. Oh, okay, good. Nice job, man. Nice job. Now, let's just take a quick look over here. Okay, I'm making the nice curls, which is good news. Awesome. Let's do a little V-notch batoning with this. All right, troops, just a small piece to do a little V-notch batoning. I'm definitely not feeling myself, and I don't want to be here all day. So just a small example. Okay, that's pretty decently deep inside this piece. Could probably go through this whole thing if I really wanted to, but try different parts of the blade, make sure I'm in the same vicinity. Whoa. All right, that worked well. So that was quick. The hell with it. Let me. I'm curious if I can just go through this whole thing. Okay. That looks good. All right. Just make sure that you guys see this over here. Everything looks good. No chipping. And still pretty sharp here. See that I'm making little curls. All right. Now it's really discolored over here. So good. You know what? I'm satisfied with this. This will be good for feather sticks later. Let's do some vertical horizontal batoning. Okay, let's start off with this piece right here. I don't know what kind of wood this is. Okay, but it's dry and it should burn. That was easy. I'm gonna pick that piece up in a second. Whew. I don't know what this is, but man, oh man, it's working out real good. Whatever it is, it's really, really, really dry. Not actually splitting the way I want it to, but hey, we gotta make a fire. Oh, just... Okay. I don't think this is the greatest stuff to make feather sticks, I'll tell you what. It just seems to be breaking apart. But again, you might be in an area where this is what's available to you, you know? Still good enough to, you know, to make a fire. I'm happy with it. All right, let me just pick up the other piece. 1 sec. That's what I was looking for. Get a couple of quarters. However, this will still burn. Okay, right through that knot. One more. So let's just go through this, whatever this is over here. Yep, through. I'm satisfied with this. I know they're not the greatest looking pieces, but if you need something this small, you know, to throw in your fire, and this is the wood that's on the ground, like I found over here, then this is what you're going to use. Okay, so just real quick. You know, once again, making nice fine curls here. You can see the discoloration in the blade. That's where I did the batoning. Okay, we're good to go. Let's do a little horizontal batoning now. All right, let's see if I can quarter this utilizing the whole blade here. Whoa, that was nuts. Let me pick that up. Okay, that worked out well. Let's continue with the quartering process. Once again, utilizing the whole blade. My handle's starting to come loose again. Even though I tightened them, I didn't lock tight. Okay, I just didn't want to make this fall off. So here's some quarters right here. Let's do it again. Actually, let me just put these down. I don't need these flying all over the place with my luck. Nice. Just pick that other piece up. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, it did the job that I wanted it to do. All right, just the handle's a little bit loose, okay? Let's show you this. I'm gonna do a little tip testing, right? Since this is a fighter for penetration. Nice, okay? So far, so good. Let me clean this up. We'll be back in a second. Okay, let's test out this tip. Let me just be careful first. Go here in the center. Just going to tap it in just a little bit. Nice. All right. Going into the stump. Tip's not breaking off just by, okay, stabbing it into the stump. Okay, you can see it. And let's do it one more time. Like my feather sticks here. See how you can get cut if you're not careful in like a split second. You won't even see it coming. The next thing you know, you're cut. All right, I got to pick up that other piece, but basically we have our feather sticks here now without batoning anything. And yes, I guess while we're at it, let's just take off this bark over here. Okay, and I'll make the individual curls first. And this is definitely nice to choke up. Let me see which way feels better. And with any new knife, there's always some form of a learning curve, right? Especially if you haven't used it. Let me choke up now. Let me see which one feels better. You know what? They both feel okay. This is a little on the sharp side, so one may want to just take, I don't know, whatever it is, some sandpaper, whatever, just smooth this out. But this might be good for sparking a ferro rod. So, okay, so that's good. All right, obviously you can make a ton of this stuff. And let me oh, damn it. Just make a quick feather stick for everybody. Okay, looking good, man. Looking good. So the only thing with all that abuse so far is, I'll tell you what, if you're going to take this out in the field, make sure you Loctite these, because just tightening it is not going to be enough. Okay, tip is looking good. I got my feather sticks. I got a little feather. I'll probably make another feather stick off camera for the end of the video. Let's move on. Okay, I just want to do one more tip test over here, and then I've got a few different, well, 3 different species of wood right here, and fat wood. Then I want to test out the spine, see how the spine works out with the ferro rod. But first things first, nice little flat piece. Obviously, you can enhance it if you wanted to make a bow drill board or whatever. Okay, first I'm going through the bark. Starting to get through the wood. using the point to pivot. Okay, hopefully you could see that's pretty deep. I didn't go through it yet, but it's pretty deep. I went through the bark. I'm going through the wood. And that tip is doing fine, you know. And then you saw that I went through that other branch to make the feather sticks. Okay, there you go. All right, nice and deep. Okay, so I don't need that. Let's test out the spine here. So this is the wood that I did some vertical, horizontal batoning. Just don't want this to fall. I need to get another table or platform over here. Yeah. This particular piece, and this piece is dry. I mean, this is dry. I'm really not getting what I want with this particular piece. However, the choil is pretty sharp. Let me see. Kind of got to get it on a 90-degree angle. Or very little. Listen, it's definitely not efficient. All right. Definitely needs to be sharpened to, you know, have a burr made. But that's one species. Let me try this one now. These I made the feather sticks with. Nope. Very little. Very little. Not efficient. Not efficient at all. So that's another species. This is something that I did not use throughout the video for testing at all. This is a little bit different. Let's see. We'll do something with this. Very little, man. Very little. Just it's just not happening. You know what I mean? Okay. Fat wood. Let's see the fat wood. Yeah, see, not even the fat wood. It's not what I mean is exactly is it's not efficient, you know. Let me try. Just curious the choil, because the choil seems pretty sharp and it does create a hot spot when I'm holding it, but I'm not seeing too much of a big deal here with the choil. You know, I didn't try the jimping. Okay, the jimping seems to be better. Yeah, the jimping is probably the way to go. I didn't think about it using with the other wood, but the jimping seems to be the way to go, at least with the fat wood. Okay, real quick, because I didn't test the jimping with the other stuff. Let's see. Nah, not really. However, with the fat wood, if you're somebody who loves to take fat wood out into the field, you know, you harvest it with the pine. There's plenty of dead pine out there, and you can definitely harvest some fat wood, spark up a fire. Let me try this. And again, it's probably going to depend on what kind of wood that you encounter out there in the field, wet, dry, etc. Very little. So I'm not even going to try the other piece. You definitely want to make a burr over here, you know, whether you use your work sharp guide, whatever your favorite sharpening tool is, to try and make a burr, probably make things better for you. However, at least you know if you're somebody who likes to use fat wood, the jimping is going to work out for you. Now let's test out. Just move this out of the way. Let's test out this ferro rod, the jimping first. Oh, that's good news. Okay. Yeah, so with the ferro rod and the jimping, it's good. Now let's do the spine. Not too bad, but not too good either. All right. Again, sharpen that up. You'll be good. I'm just kind of curious for myself. Looks like the choil will do the job too. Okay, but again, your best bet, either get something third party to do the scraping, or definitely put a burr on here by using some form of sharpening system. Okay, but let's do some camp chores now. Okay, troops, I'm quickly going downhill. I'm definitely not feeling good, so just want to get this done. Some possible camp materials that you might have that you might take out into the field. All right, I have some paracord here. Okay, nice and easy. Cut right through, no problem. I have, it's falling off the stump. I have some synthetic twine here. Okay, just cut right through real nice. Okay, and I have, get this out of the way so I don't do it again, some nylon possible seatbelt type material. This is the stuff that ratchets, you know, on vans to hold ladders, etc. Okay, nice and easy. This material is used, at least at this construction site, to tie together prefabricated roof. Okay, came off easy. Then I have a piece of rope right here. Whew. Just do a quick chop. Okay. So, I made it too short. Hopefully I can easily cut through this. Let's see. Let's put this over here. All right. So that cut through. That's done. And I have some material that they tie the refrigerators in the boxes, you know, the pallet ties, etc. So I have a pretty decently sized thick piece. Just just glided right through. And then the most challenging is one of these very heavy duty thick twist ties right here that you could possibly use at the ranch, you know, at campsite 2. You know, they make all kinds of different sizes and thicknesses, but I'm just showing you how thick this is. I mean, this is really handy. I saw some bushcraft guy make a bushcraft wheelbarrow, and he was using these ties to build it. It was pretty interesting. But there you go, troops. Like I said, I'm not feeling too good, so I'm done. I'm going to conclude, and I'm going to go rest up a little bit. That was awesome. That was awesome. I understand that this knife, to me, is more of a fighting knife, but you know, it did the outdoors. It can definitely do the camp. I have no doubt that this can go fishing. You know, cut up some fish. I think it did a fine job. And as always, I'm going to tell you, combine this with an axe and a saw. You got an unbeatable combination for the field. All right, troops. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let me bring awareness to everybody. Hashtag 22 a day. Hashtag 22 a day no more. There are veterans and active military who wants to get out of the service. They do face a lot of challenges. Unfortunately, one of these challenges is suicide. So at the end of this video, please pause on the slides. Okay, call those phone numbers, surf those websites. There's also a heartfelt message from one of your own, Martin Miller, Vietnam veteran, 66 to 69, U.S. Army. Please read his message. Seek the help you all have earned and deserve. Troops, Legionnaires, new recruits, I'm spent. I really am kind of drained for some reason, so I'm just going to go rest up. And until the next video, take care.
Legionnaires!